Why didn't you wake me up today? I was late because you didn't wake me up, Sarah.
I've been saying this every day, but I did wake you up. You even responded, so I left for work. I have my own job too, so stop acting like a child.
When did you supposedly try to wake me? I don't remember anything at all.
I tried 3 times. First at 6:45, then at 7 o'clock, and again at 7:15.
That's not true. I would have remembered that many attempts.
You mumbled 5 more minutes each time. I even opened the curtains.
I can't believe this happened again. The boss really gave me a hard time today.
What did they say this time?
Called me into the office, said this is becoming a pattern.
It is becoming a pattern. This is the 3rd time this week.
That's because you're not waking me up properly.
I woke you up like I always do. What happened after that isn't my responsibility.
But I don't remember anything.
You said yeah and turned over.
You should have known that meant I wasn't really awake.
How am I supposed to know that? You were talking to me.
That's not waking someone up properly. You should have made sure I actually got up.
I did everything I could. You're the one who went back to sleep.
A proper wake-up means making sure I'm actually out of bed.
I'm not your alarm clock, Tom. I shook your shoulder and turned on the lights. What more do you want?
You could have pulled the blanket off.
I did that last week, and you just grabbed it back and went to sleep.
You're making that up. I never did that.
I have a video of it because you always deny these things.
Well, you know I'm bad at waking up, so you should at least make sure I actually get up and go to the living room before leaving for work.
I did that yesterday and the day before. You still went back to sleep both times.
When? I don't remember that at all.
Of course you don't. You were half asleep.
You're exaggerating. I only went back to sleep once.
No, both times. I even have pictures of you sleeping on the couch after I left.
Why are you taking pictures of me sleeping? That's weird.
Because you always deny going back to sleep.
Delete those pictures. That's invasion of privacy.
They're proof of what I'm saying.
Then you should have tried harder today. The boss gave me such a hard time.
I tried for 30 minutes this morning. I can't be late to my own job.
Your job isn't as important as mine.
Excuse me? I have the same position as you. Besides, even when I do that, you sometimes go back to sleep. You need to try harder to wake up on your own. You didn't used to be like this.
What do you mean I didn't used to be like this? I've always been a heavy sleeper.
No, you managed just fine before we got married. Because you actually tried then.
That's because no one's properly waking me up like before.
Like before what?
Oh, when I lived with my parents, Mom always woke me up.
And how old are you now?
Mom used to bring me coffee in bed. That helped me wake up.
You're avoiding the question. How old are you?
Age has nothing to do with it. Some people just need help waking up.
You're a grown adult, Tom.
That's not the point. Mom knew how to wake me up properly.
But when we first got married, you used to wake up on your own.
That's because I was trying hard then. We were newlyweds.
So what changed?
Nothing changed. I just got comfortable.
Comfortable enough to stop trying?
That's different. The honeymoon period is over.
Being married doesn't mean you stop trying.
You're the one who stopped trying.
I'm not your mother, Tom.
Obviously not. She was much more caring.
She babied you. That's the problem.
How hard is it to just wake me up every morning?
I already do wake you up every morning. I'm asking you to take some responsibility.
It takes you 2 minutes to make sure I'm up.
It takes me 20 minutes because you keep going back to sleep. Are you saying this is my fault?
Who else's fault would it be? I never had this many tardies before we got married. This is clearly your fault.
What? How is this my fault?
Because you don't wake me up properly. How many times do I have to explain? I'm getting dirty looks from my boss, and they keep nitpicking my mistakes.
The mistakes are your own fault, Tom.
That's because I'm late. If I wasn't always rushing, I wouldn't make mistakes.
Maybe if you went to bed at a reasonable time instead of gaming until 3 a.m.
Don't change the subject. This is about you not waking me up properly.
You're blaming your work mistakes on me now?
Just do better tomorrow. Is that so hard?
I do everything I can every morning.
Seriously, make sure to wake me up properly tomorrow.
I told you I wake you up every day.
What you do doesn't count as waking someone up. Don't think just calling out counts as waking someone up.
I don't just call out. I shake you, turn on lights, even set your alarm.
The alarm's too quiet. Mom used to open the curtains and bring me coffee.
I've tried everything. Multiple alarms, loud music, even spraying you with water once.
That was mean. You shouldn't do things like that.
Then you should try going to bed earlier. You stay up late playing video games every night. That's why you can't wake up. Act like an adult and manage yourself.
I need time to relax after work. You're making this more complicated than it needs to be.
What time did you actually go to bed last night?
That's not relevant.
It was after 2 a.m. I heard your game sounds.
You're always monitoring me. Can't I have any privacy?
The sounds were so loud they woke me up.
Look, this isn't something I can fix on my own. Anyway, if I'm late tomorrow, it's your fault. Things have been rough enough lately. Don't make things harder for me.
You're the one making things harder for yourself.
Just wake me up properly tomorrow. That's all I'm asking.
And I'm asking you to be more responsible.
You're always criticizing me. Mom never did that.
Maybe that's the problem.
Whatever. If I get in trouble, it'll be your fault.
Maybe getting in trouble is what you need to finally grow up. Tom, when are you coming home? It's almost midnight.
Don't know.
You sound strange. What's wrong?
Nothing's wrong.
You have work tomorrow. Where are you now?
At the usual place.
Are you at the pub near the station again?
Maybe.
What do you mean by that? You'll miss the last train. Are you drinking heavily?
I missed the last train already.
Why didn't you tell me earlier? I could have picked you up.
Don't need your help.
You're clearly upset about something.
I wonder whose fault that is.
Where are you? Should I call a taxi?
Don't bother, I'm staying here.
Where is here? You're worrying me.
So what if I am drinking? Today was absolutely terrible. I need to drink to deal with it. Overslept Got yelled at by my boss in front of everyone. It was all horrible because of you!
How is this my fault? I woke you up today too. Did you go back to sleep after breakfast?
You already know what happened.
No, I don't. Tell me what happened.
Stop pretending you care now.
I left after you were eating breakfast. What happened after that?
Yeah, I did, but it's your fault for making the living room too warm. Anyone would get sleepy in that heat.
You're the one who said you couldn't wake up when it's cold. Are you saying even the room temperature is my fault?
A good wife would know the right temperature.
Don't start with the good wife thing again.
If you cared, you'd remember I like it cooler in the morning.
Last week you said it was too cold to get up.
You should know what temperature keeps me awake by now.
Last week you complained it was too cold.
That was different. Last week was colder.
It's the exact same temperature. I haven't changed the thermostat.
How would you know? You're never home.
I work the same hours as you.
It's your fault for not thinking about me properly. Plus, because I overslept, I forgot the USB drive with important data, so I had to go back home. Then I couldn't find it and I had to search the whole room.
So that's why the room was such a mess.
Why did you have to clean it all? Leave my stuff alone.
The room was covered in your things. I couldn't even walk.
You always do this, moving my things without asking.
Because you never clean up after yourself.
I know exactly where everything is until you move it.
Really? When was the last time you cleaned anything?
It's your fault for meddling. I couldn't find it because you cleaned up after I used the computer.
I put it somewhere visible. On your desk, right next to your monitor.
I never put it there.
No, you left it on the dining table. The dining table isn't your personal storage.
But normally it would be left plugged into the computer, wouldn't it?
Then clean up properly after you use it. You left it on the table, didn't you? It gets in the way when I'm preparing meals.
The table's big enough.
It's not your personal storage space.
Why are you always nagging about cleaning?
Because you never clean up after yourself.
You're obsessed with cleaning.
No, that's not true. I just want a livable space.
Every surface doesn't need to be spotless.
There's a difference between lived in and messy.
I get enough nagging at work and now I have to deal with it at home too? This is why I'm so stressed I can't wake up. Home is supposed to be a place to relax, right? But you're always complaining. Why don't you try being more considerate?
I am considerate. We both work, but I do all the housework. What more do you want me to do?
Other wives manage just fine.
What other wives?
My co-workers' wives pack them lunch every day.
I used to make your lunch until you started throwing it away.
Because you didn't make what I wanted.
You never told me what you wanted. You just complained after.
A good wife would know.
I'm not a mind reader, Tom.
You never pay attention to what I like.
I've asked you multiple times what you want for lunch.
But whether we both work or not, you're my wife. A wife is supposed to support her husband. My mom, she used to do everything for Dad without him even asking. That's why he could focus on his work properly. That's what they call being a good wife.
But I'm not your mother, and times have changed.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means I'm your partner, not your servant.
Now you're twisting my words.
You're the one who keeps comparing me to your mother.
That's not what I meant!
Then what did you mean? I have a job too, starting early in the morning just like you. If I were a housewife, I could spend more time taking care of you. But expecting me to do everything when I'm in the same position as you isn't right.
You're the one who insisted on keeping your job?
Because I worked hard for my career too.
Your career is more important than our marriage?
That's not what I said.
This is pointless! I feel like I've had nothing but bad luck since I married you!
Do you really think that?
Of course I do! Everything was better before!
What was better exactly?
Everything! My job, my life, everything!
You mean when you lived with your mother?
I quit my previous job after marrying you! And now at the new job I finally got, my performance reviews are terrible and I can't get promoted! Everything's going wrong because I married you!
You quit your previous job on your own. And for this job, I helped you with a job search. You said you wanted to work in the same industry as me, so I pulled strings for you.
That's exactly what was wrong! I should have never taken a job you recommended! The boss is harsh, colleagues are cold, I'm gonna get sick at this rate!
People are cold to you because of your own behavior.
What behavior? I do everything they ask!
Do you really want me to answer that?
Don't say things like that to someone who's already cornered. You're the worst. Think about whose fault this all is. It's yours, obviously. I would have never joined this company if you hadn't recommended it.
I see. Fine. I won't say anything else. That's what you want, right?
Now you're just being passive-aggressive.
I'm trying to give you what you want.
What's with that tone? Normally you'd be more supportive.
I don't understand what's normal to you anymore.
The problem is you're not even trying to understand. Think more about what you can do for me. Otherwise, there's really no point in being married to you. Marriage isn't something that ends after the ceremony. You need to properly support me so I can work well.
And what exactly are you doing to support me?
That's different. I'm the one struggling here.
I think we both are.
Just come pick me up. I'm at the usual place.
It's past midnight. I have an early meeting tomorrow.
See? This is what I mean about support.
Take a taxi. I'm going to bed.
Sarah, you're the worst.
What is it?
Why didn't you wake me up today? You didn't even call out to me. When I woke up, it was this late. What am I supposed to do? I'll get yelled at again.
Not my problem. It's your fault for not being able to wake up. Stop blaming everything on me.
Did you even try today?
No.
You didn't even try today!
You're right. I didn't.
What's wrong with you today?
Nothing's wrong. I just stopped enabling you.
What time is it now?
Look at your phone.
It's already 10! How could you do this to me?
I told you yesterday I wouldn't be doing it anymore.
When did you say that?
Last night before bed, you were too busy with your game to listen.
You can't just decide that on your own?
I can, and I did.
I thought you were just angry.
I meant what I said.
You can't just stop without warning!
I've been warning you for months.
You can't do this to me! Not today!
I can, and I will.
We have that big client meeting today!
You should have thought about that before staying up till 3 a.m. gaming.
That's wrong! The tardiness, not getting promoted, it's all your fault! Be a proper supporting wife! Everything's going downhill because of you!
You getting fired will be my fault too?
Fired? What do you mean fired?
You know exactly what I mean.
You're just trying to scare me.
Am I?
They wouldn't fire me over a few late arrivals?
It's not just about being late.
What? You can't just ignore me like this!
Watch me.
At least tell me if you're gonna stop waking me!
I did tell you yesterday.
I didn't think you were serious!
That's your problem. You never take me seriously.
They wouldn't fire me.
They will. If your work attitude is bad, you get fired.
My work attitude isn't bad!
Really? Want to bet on that?
Stop trying to scare me!
I'm not trying to scare you. I'm telling you what's going to happen.
You don't know anything about my work!
I know more than you think.
What's that supposed to mean?
You know exactly what it means.
We're not talking about that now! I'm telling you to apologize for not waking me up!
You know I know people at your company, right? We're in the same industry, and I helped you get the job. Did you think I wouldn't hear about your work behavior?
What are you talking about?
Your performance reviews, your attitude problems.
You really want to know?
I already know.
My work behavior?
Yes, they were hesitant to tell me because I'm your wife, but they reached out, said they were sorry they couldn't help. Really, I should be the one apologizing to them.
Sorry they couldn't help? What does that actually mean?
About you getting fired, you've been slacking off during work hours, right? Always sneaking off to the storage room to play mobile games, doing sloppy work, even making customers angry. They've had losses because of you. The company can't keep someone like that.
How do you know about the storage room?
People talk.
Who told you that?
Does it matter? It's true, isn't it?
That's invasion of privacy!
That's what you're worried about?
You've been spying on me?
I'm saying, people talk, Tom.
You had no right to ask about me!
I didn't ask. They came to me.
Wait, am I really getting fired?
What did you think would happen?
They can't just fire me?
Looks like it. You've been warned about your attitude multiple times, right? With the tardiness too, they probably think you don't care. There's no point in keeping someone who doesn't contribute anything to the company.
No, but they wouldn't fire me suddenly.
It's not sudden. I heard they've warned you multiple times.
They just mentioned it verbally a few times. I never thought it would lead to getting fired. They never even used the word termination. Oh, I get it. You're saying this just to threaten me. You're trying to change the subject from not waking me up.
Why would I make this up?
To teach me a lesson.
What? How did you come to that conclusion? There's no point in threatening you.
Then you're using the word fired to make me work harder. That must be it. I haven't done anything wrong. I've never heard of someone getting fired suddenly. Companies can't fire people that easily.
That's why they've been warning you all this time. They probably wanted to fire you much earlier.
You're lying. You have to be lying.
Think what you want.
This is all because you stopped waking me up!
This has nothing to do with today.
No, I don't believe you. I followed your advice and this is what happened!
My advice was to work hard and be responsible.
You're supposed to be on my side!
I was, until you stopped trying.
What do you mean, stopped trying?
Think about your behavior these past months.
I've been trying my best!
Your best is playing games until 3 a.m.?
Stop bringing that up!
Think what you want, but I'm not helping anymore. Let's get divorced. I realize I can't support you anymore.
What? Divorced? Are you serious?
Completely serious.
You can't just decide that on your own!
I already did.
Over something this small?
You think this is small? This has been building up for years.
You can't do this to me!
Watch me.
What am I supposed to do without you?
Just learn to be an adult. I can't be like your mom and watch you leave for work every day, and I can't make someone who doesn't try succeed. I'm tired of taking care of you. I didn't marry a child my own age.
So that's what you really think of me?
Yes, that's exactly what I think.
How much more are you gonna mock me? What part of me is like a child?
You can't do anything by yourself, so you're like a child. Oh, but even kids can wake up by themselves, so you're more like a baby.
You've never talked to me like this before!
Because I was trying to be nice.
You're being cruel!
No, I'm being honest.
After everything I've done for you?
What exactly have you done for me?
I married you!
That's not doing something for me.
I gave up my old job for you!
I never asked you to do that.
I moved to this neighborhood for you!
We decided that together because it was closer to both our offices.
Fine, I get it. Let's get divorced. Everything's been going wrong because I married a bad luck charm like you anyway. Maybe after I divorce you, I'll finally get promoted. Let's divorce quickly and I'll improve my luck all at once.
Finally, something we agree on.
You're not even gonna argue?
Why would I?
Don't you care at all?
I stopped caring when you stopped trying.
So you're really serious about this?
I already said I was.
What about all our time together?
What about it?
3 years of marriage means nothing to you?
3 years of being your replacement mother.
That's not fair.
It's exactly fair.
We can work on this.
We're past that point.
You're not even willing to try?
I've been trying for 3 years.
I'll change.
Too late. Tom, I found a new place. I'll be moving out this month. You should find a place soon too. I'll tell the management company we're moving out at the end of next month.
Already? Where is it?
That doesn't matter anymore.
Of course it matters. At least tell me which area.
No need, because we won't be seeing each other.
I should at least know where you're going. You can't just decide everything on your own.
I already did.
Don't I get any say in this?
You had your say when you called me a bad luck charm.
I was angry then.
And I'm done now.
Sarah, so what time are you coming home today?
Huh? I'm not coming back. I'll be commuting to work from my parents' house until I move.
You're staying at your parents' already?
I moved my essential things yesterday,
When? I didn't see you.
while you were at work.
You took your things while I was gone?
Yes, I did.
Why didn't you tell me?
Well, I'm telling you now.
That's not what I meant!
Then what did you mean?
You could have at least left a note.
Why? So you could try to stop me?
What about our shared stuff?
I only took what's mine.
How do you know what's yours?
I kept the receipts.
Hey, come back just once tomorrow.
Why?
I need to talk to you in person.
We can talk here. What is it now?
This isn't something to discuss over text.
Just say it.
I need help sorting through things.
Make a pile of my things. I'll send someone to get them.
But I don't know what belongs to who.
Figure it out yourself.
What about the furniture?
I don't care. Keep what you need. I'm starting fresh.
The wedding photos?
Throw them away.
You don't want anything?
Not anymore.
This is just a terrible day for me. Actually, my boss told me today that I'm being fired.
Oh, is that so?
That's all you have to say?
What do you want me to say?
Something? Anything!
I warned you this would happen.
Can't you at least pretend to care?
I'm done pretending.
What you said was true. I never thought I'd really get fired. They said don't come back next month.
Well, they have to give you a month's notice.
Is that really all you care about? The rules?
What else is there to say?
You don't seem surprised at all.
I told you this would happen.
You knew about this?
Everyone knew this was coming.
How can you be so cold?
How can you be so surprised?
What am I gonna do? I'm unemployed again.
Good luck with the job search.
I need your help with the reference.
No way.
That's cold, Sarah.
What did you expect?
Some sympathy, maybe? Some support?
You lost that right.
When did you become so heartless?
When you stopped taking responsibility.
I can't do this alone! Even this time, I only got the job because you helped me. I don't think I can find a better place than the current company.
Really, you said following my advice was a mistake, so find a job by yourself. Weren't you going to improve your luck after divorcing me?
No, I didn't mean that.
Well, you seemed pretty convinced when you said it.
I was just angry.
And now you're desperate.
Please, help me one last time.
No, I won't.
I'm sorry. I was wrong. Back then, nothing was going well, so I was just taking it out on you.
Back then? That was just a few days ago. Besides, we're already divorced. Whatever happens to you from now on isn't my concern. Don't contact me for silly things like this again.
Can't we talk about this?
We already did, many times.
Please, come back. I can't move out without a job, and I can't even pack up the room by myself.
I'm not your wife anymore. Stop being so dependent. If you can't do it alone, go ahead and ask your mother for some help.
When I told her we got divorced, she got angry and told me not to contact her.
So I guess your mother finally sees the truth too.
What's that supposed to mean?
She realizes you need to grow up.
I can't believe this. Even my own mother abandoned me.
Maybe that's what you needed.
I have nobody now.
That's not my problem.
Then you'll have to help me figure it out.
That's what adults do.
That's why I'm saying I don't know what to do. I can't find a new job in a month, and there's the housing issue, too. I can't go back to my parents. I just don't know. I don't know where to even start.
You play games on your phone every day, right? Why don't you use that to look things up?
This isn't a game!
No, it's real life, which you need to start dealing with.
I don't even know what to look up! Sarah, I really can't do this without you! Please come back! I'm sorry! I'll listen to what you say this time! I'll even learn to wake up by myself!
If you could do that, you should have done it while we were together. Like I said before, a wife isn't your caretaker. This happened because you left everything to me and never did anything yourself.
I'll change this time, I promise!
How many times have I heard that before?
But you always did everything for me until now!
And I realized that was my mistake.
What do you mean?
Are you trying to blame me again? Let me tell you, I warned you about housework many times after we got married. I asked you to fix your lifestyle too, but nothing I said made you change. And you just get angry instead. I only did everything because it was faster to do it myself.
I won't get angry anymore! I'll help with the house too!
You had years to prove that.
This time is different!
I always wished you would change, but I only know the Tom who never changed. You blamed everything on me, called me a bad luck charm, and even said you shouldn't have married me. I've decided I'll never help you again.
I'm sorry, really sorry. It was all my fault. I was wrong to cause everything. It was because I relied on you too much. So please forgive me.
Glad you finally understand. But I've already submitted the divorce papers. I don't want to start over, and I won't help you. I regret wasting my life's time because of you. After that, my ex-husband packed his things while crying and somehow managed to move to a place he found. He contacted me multiple times asking for help with moving and begging me to come back, but I strictly ignored everything except matters related to the divorce procedures. I'm really glad I submitted the divorce papers when he agreed to divorce out of anger. If I had delayed it, he probably would have been reluctant to divorce, and it would have taken much longer. Since then, my ex-husband was fired from his company as announced, and unable to find new employment, he's now living off his savings. However, he was lamenting that he has almost no savings left, so I expect he'll be evicted soon for not paying rent. Whatever happens to my ex-husband from now on isn't my concern, but I just hope he starts working seriously soon because I don't want him using tax money through welfare benefits. Part of me feels guilty knowing he's struggling, but I remind myself that he's an adult who needs to learn to stand on his own 2 feet. And I hope he never appears in front of me again.